Motor all disassembled, and we're going to be taking the valve cover and getting the bung welded in there, because my welder doesn't weld aluminum. And generally, when I bought this motor on eBay, they claimed this was around 80,000 miles. I mean, you can see there's obviously there's a gasket leakage over here. The runners are all kind of clean, but the truth is that if you're gonna look at the condition of the motors, always check how often they actually change the oil. And for Japanese owners, typically they don't really drive their car much, so Q-tip. I believe this is probably less than 80,000 miles. I went ahead and have the bolts removed for the valve cover already. And we're going to be taking this valve cover welded today. And I'm probably going to change this color out to red or something, wrinkle red. Yeah, so here we go. I went and cracked this loose already with the, where is that thing that I just used? Well, it is pretty loose now, so let's see if I can just... Yeah, I'm not strong enough. There it is. Wow, I'm really surprised how clean this motor is. Look at that. Look at how clean that is. Like I said, I believe this probably is less than maybe like 30,000 miles, because look at all this cam lobes. Holy crap, it's freaking clean. I'm afraid that this side won't have anything to guard it with, so oil's just probably gonna get sucked in there. All right, I'm gonna try to get this thing all have the holes all drilled out already. That is freaking awesome. As you could say, I probably scored jackpot on this one. Yeah, don't mind my ugly feet. All right, so I got the valve cover bung welded in there. I forgot to tell him to cut this thing off and then just TIG weld it shut. But other than that, I mean, the welds came out really, really good. And originally I was thinking about adding this thing in there just to get the or not to have the oil being sucked in too as well, but we'll see how it goes. Right, so we're gonna get this valve cover all prepped, and I was thinking about doing the wrinkle red paint. Okay, so one thing for sure, don't use this. I mean, I had this thing caked in there for about an hour now and still it didn't do anything. So I'm gonna go wash this thing up and get a better paint stripper. And I hope they actually have the wrinkle red So what we have over here is the aircraft paint stripper, and we're going to be painting it a wrinkle red, which they don't have at the store at the moment, and I ordered it, so it's going to be here by tomorrow. So all right, so it's been like around 45 minutes already. As you can see, you can start seeing paint being stripped off, but some parts are probably contaminated from the other paint stripper. So I'm gonna give this a quick rinse, but I'm gonna let it dry off and then recoat it with another paint stripper. Okay, here it is after cleaning and another coat.
Another one? Huh?
Another coat of paint strip. Next up, we're gonna apply alcohol on it so no contamination on the valve cover. So basically, I'm using the original bolts, and then had some of these all taped off. And you need dummy bolts too as well, so you don't have to tape them. As you can see, I did a little too much on this area and this area. I'm gonna try to even that out later on, but let this thing dry out for a little bit longer, have it cured, and then I will respray it again. I know for the fact that people just leave it how it is at the moment. After spraying the wrinkle red, you know, I do like the matte finish of the red. It does have a little gloss on it, but I'm gonna try to finish this off with adding a little bit of clear on it. This is the only one that they have over there, O'Reilly's. You always gotta try something new, you know. And one thing for sure is that the wrinkle red is always a forgiving color, even though you kind of blob something over here too as well, which you can't really tell. And other than that, it's came out pretty good. Okay, so this is the result on the clear coat, and the good part is it's not matte red. It's more like a shiny wrinkle red, but there is some downside. Some of the spots that I think that's contaminated caused that to happen, and that maybe it's the clear coat, who knows. Maybe it's the way how I prepped it. I didn't prep it that well. Probably didn't clean it as much. Other than that, I mean, it's looks pretty good. I think the paint still needs to cure a little longer. It is okay to touch at the moment, but I can still feel like it's kind of soft still. But I'll do a better review later on tomorrow because it is dark. Got home from work. I do run a little business, a little food cart business, so I can only work on my car sometimes probably once a week. So all I could do is just order parts, and then sometimes they would sit here for a week or so. But let's go ahead and put this thing back onto the motor, and I won't put the bolts back in because I'm gonna order a new hardwares for the valve cover. Okay, so this is the next day. Paint is pretty dry already. I went ahead and installed the AN fittings, the coil pack, the hardwares. Quick breakdown on the total cost about this valve cover. Having the bung welded in there is about 60 bucks. This is including with the paint, so I paid 40 bucks for the weld, $20 on the clear coat and the wrinkle red. I hope you guys like this video, and like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.